The focal point was everyone in the group was told repeatedly to be a better man. This statement alone for me has been one of my biggest triggers and automatically upset me enough to where I was going to quit LOT. I was ready to walk out forever. Dear community, I am a transgender person in prison. I went into the Leaders of Tomorrow class feeling I already had it figured out. I mean, I had made huge gains in my life over the last 5+ years. I was living out and proud in this environment. I was being a pillar and a mentor in the LGBTQ+ community here, helping when and where I could. But I was fooling myself. I spent a lot of days being strong and helpful during the day, but spending the night lost in loneliness, hopeless, living by default, and stuck in the past. I was focused on the type of person I wanted to be, but not enough to face my own demons. The second week of LOT really set the stage that showed me I had a lot of unknowns that remained in my day-to-day life. One of those things was every day there's going to be something new to learn, and if there is not, then I am not looking at that day with an open mind, and I am sheltering myself from potential. This became even more obvious through week 3 in my self-awareness than into week 4, the beginning of ACEs, where the nagging reality became more obvious. I cannot be this pillar and mentor I thought of myself as without dealing with my own trauma. In bold print on the board and then in my journal, I can't be a leader if I don't deal with my own baggage. Dealing with trauma is not easy. Dealing with low self-esteem in a male prison as a transgender person is stupid hard, but I can't put complete conviction in telling someone else being gay or whatever else they are does not make them a bad person or less than anyone else in the general population if I don't believe the same thing about myself. However, I was still stuck in my own trauma. One session, the focal point was everyone in the group was told repeatedly to be a better man. This statement alone for me has been one of my biggest triggers and automatically upset me enough to where I was going to quit LOT. I was ready to walk out forever. My mentor, within minutes, had me open my mind to the facts of the statement. The instructor does not know I am trans, therefore he could not have been specifically disrespecting me or trying to hurt my feelings. He is speaking to the fact, though, no matter my gender identity, I need to become a better person. And if I don't strive for that, then I will maintain my low self-esteem and living by default. And I'm not okay with that. So, after group that day, I talked to my mentor at work. And during this conversation, I realized the most important part of this whole situation. I am not trying to be what other people think is a better person. I am going to be a better me. In order for me to do that, I have to be okay with my self-confidence all day and all night. But it's one thing to know I live authentically, but another to question my worthiness. I also have to lead by example, instead of only words of encouragement. I have to accept the fact that dealing with my own trauma is not going to be easy and will be uncomfortable. So by helping myself, I can potentially change someone else's life by them seeing my willingness to be uncomfortable and dealing with my situations as they happen, may give them the strength to make it through their daily situations of peer pressure, bullying, teasing, and most of the time just not being able to fit in with the population. I am transgender. I am a person of integrity, honesty, discipline. I am influential, and when I go to sleep at night, I will know I am authentic and worthy, and I will spend every ounce of energy I can into what I can control. And I know this because I can't lie to myself. Being openly transgender is a branch on my tree of life. Most of my life, this has been a very weak branch. But today, after years of work, it is a very strong branch and has grown a couple of leaves, and has also grown some watermelon-sized fruit containing courage, support, and the strength I needed and need to not hide anymore and to pursue persistently with courage, continuously, while living openly my truth. With these leaves and others on my team, I know when I go in the trenches of my trauma, I am not alone. So, when my bad habit of low self-esteem slaps me in the face, I can deal with the trauma that has grown this bad habit and not let myself be stuck in the self-esteem pity party. I know I have to go through every day with an open mind, the same as I did when I first entered therapy. It's not a one-time thing. Every day has something to learn from, and every day offers a chance for me to dream one size bigger than I ever have before. Now, my outlook considers the amount of change we could see within the population if more people were offered the same opportunity I was. This program made a huge difference in the population and helped with rehabilitation opportunities, not just for me, but for everyone who's willing to do the work. Because if a transgender person in a male prison can go from living by default to becoming a leader who dreams one size bigger every day, if someone like me can transform from being lost in loneliness and hopeless to standing here as a person of integrity, honesty, and discipline, imagine what's possible for everyone else. South Dakota has a once-in-a-generation opportunity, not just to build new structures, but to build new systems of support, belief, and human dignity. We say we want to be best in class, and this is where it starts, not with concrete and policy alone, but by investing in people who have never been truly seen. If we are going to lead, let it be with courage, with commitment, and with compassion that shows up. Let's lead boldly together. Together, we can rewrite what is possible.